Hello everyone and welcome to Liberty After Work. My name is Art and tonight we're gonna play Grand Theft Auto Vice City once again. But this time around, this is gonna be a very special live stream. Well, I was about to make a video of getting my Platinum Trophy number 60, a special milestone on my personal account. But then again, I kinda figured, why not stream it? Make it a special live stream. And we pretty much have done just about anything. The only thing that is left for us to do is just complete, I think, 50 more taxi fares. Hold on, let's just check the statistics. Yeah, so we just need some more criminal rating points. Yeah, so we've done pretty much everything. So there was one thing that was kind of bothering me. So whenever I was playing, all of the statistics were, well, pretty much accurate, and the percentage as well. But I did notice that, well, I did the unique stun jumps as the last part, and I kind of started noticing that I was stuck pretty much at 78%, and then later on it was about something like 80, 81. And well, it appears to be that each individual stun jump that you complete counts for 0.5%. So yeah, we've done all the rampages, collected all of the 100 hidden packages. Well, here are some of my stats. If you want to see them, read all of them, I don't know. Then you can maybe just rewatch the live stream and yeah, just pause the live stream. Anyway, so yeah, all the unique stun jumps have been completed. The criminal rating. Well, I'm so glad that I'm finally through it. I mean, whenever I was streaming Grand Theft Auto Vice City, I think I did like 4 or 5 parts of well, pure live stream, doing all of the missions, storyline missions, and all of the business missions as well. Didn't do all of the well, objectives. Pizzas delivered 55. No, that's not it. And yeah, so all of those were done. But I did skip out on, well, during the live stream, on doing those well, side activities like collecting hidden packages and stun jobs. Now, of course, we did do some of them, but not all of them during the live streams. Just the ones that happened to be around. I think I already passed the yeah, passed the statistic that I was looking for. No, let's slow it down here. Oh, there it is. Passengers dropped off 50. So for 100% completion, we need to drop off 50 more. Alright, so this is gonna be, well, fairly boring, I guess, but not as boring as grinding out for the trophy that's called Get the Cannoli Ozuiske. I think it was something called like that. Yeah, anyway, let's start looking for a fare. There's already one over there. Ah, great. Well, those taxi fare missions are pretty boring, to be honest, but I'll try to, well, just keep them as well, as entertaining as possible, I guess. So we're just going to discuss every single individual character that we're gonna pick up and their driving destination, and yeah, we'll just try to make it a fun live stream. But yeah, grinding out for the cannoli, or Get the Cannoli or something, that trophy that requires you to have the Godfather criminal rating. And it also needs like 1 million criminal rating points. We're almost there, almost there. Now, of course, there are some methods of getting it, well, legitimately or by using cheats. Well, not all the cheats are actually in-game prohibited, or like they will break your progress for attaining trophies, I guess. Alright, I need to get a bit closer. There we go. And we'll try to do a challenge as well, as we're going for the 51st. We'll try to do them at once. But yeah, I've looked up on the internet for completing the well, criminal rating, for well, attaining 1 million points. And according to, well, the fastest method is apparently to explode helicopters or destroy helicopters. Each helicopter will give you 30 points. So there is that. That's apparently the fastest way as well. And there's also some things that, well, to say, well, increase your criminal rating, but some of them are like wasting criminals by doing the police missions, well, vigilante missions. Others are like, for example, each $5,000 that you have in your account, they will give you like 1 point towards the criminal rating. But then of course you can go only up to 10 million, I think, and it will give you roughly 200,000. So we still needed 800,000 more. Well, I ended up grinding. First I tried to do it, well, legitimately, by just going on numerous rampages, wasting my time, getting killed, getting busted. And yeah, of course I did that off stream in my spare time. And then I pretty much soon realized that it would spam a very long time. I mean, I'm a very patient man, but I don't have so much patience. Well, according to my statistics, it would take me roughly from 480 hours to 540 hours to get the 1 million, well, 1 million criminal rating statistic. That's kinda insane, to be honest, like really insane. I mean, I do like and enjoy playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City very much, but not that much. There's also a whole lot of other games that I still need to play. So yeah, priorities. And also one thing that I noticed, that whenever I was done streaming, like of the business missions and property missions, and of course the storyline missions, once I was done with those, I had like, well, I was messing around a bit as well, but yeah, by the end of that, the whole thing, I kinda had like 11,000 and something towards my criminal rating, so that was already a good beginning. Now, get the cannoli, of course, is one of the most ridiculous trophies in the whole Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It's without a doubt one of those trophies that will take you a very long time. It's probably gonna be, well, for most players, the last trophy that they will unlock if they're going for the platinum. And it will be pretty much the case for us here as well. But we're very close to getting the 100% completion stat as well. So yeah, there's a very good chance, I'd say, that we're going to get them at the same time. Pretty much. Because I don't know how, because... Wait, hold on. So we currently have 999,967,000 points for our, well, criminal rating. And now for completing the 5 fairs in a row, we should get like $500 bonus. Yeah, there we go, 5 in a row bonus. Now I don't really care for the 5 in a row bonus or cash in particular, because, well, we've got pretty much enough by now. North Point Mall, alright. So this gentleman right here in the back of our cab wants to go to the mall, because it's a nice sunny day to go to do some shopping. So we better get them there in time. We've got only 1 minute and 40 seconds left, which is still pretty much enough for us to get the, well, to get to the destination point and wherever he wants to go. So I'll be keeping this small challenge done for myself. I try to do the 50 fares in a row without getting out of this taxi cab. Of course, I got very lucky whenever I just spawned right outside of the safe house. There was right a taxi around the corner, and this is going already bad for us. No, other way. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Just right about when I was talking about the challenge of doing all of the 50 fares in this taxi cab, it almost went wrong. Typical me. Just trying to say something that I really hope won't happen, happens. It's like this curse whenever I'm streaming. Anyway. So yeah, let's see our stats. Oh, it's still the same. So my current plan for this livestream, the special livestream of Platinum Trophy Milestone number 60. Well, the current plan is just to complete all the 50 first, get the 100% completion stat, and then do a rampage. You know, just kill some cops, some of the pedestrians maybe, either get in the way, just cause some, well, cause a carnage, rampage on the streets of Vice City, you know, for good old time's sake. Because why not? And if the police maverick, the police helicopter will appear, then we're just gonna shoot it down. And that way we'll be able to get our, well, get the cannoli, grab the cannoli, or they take the cannoli. So yeah, 1 minute 20 seconds left, alright. Now we got this. And once we're done with this live stream, I'm probably gonna stream Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 4 episode number... No, Season 3 episode number 5, I think, yeah. And that's the last one that we did. There we go, 7 fares completed, 1 minute left on the clock, now 2 minutes. Well, things are going very fine for us now, right now. Stuck in traffic right now. Alright, there we go. We probably should get a move on because 1 minute and 30 seconds isn't that much. Although by completing 10 fares I usually have like 5 minutes left on the clock. Well, on the timer. So yeah, anyway. Oh, there we are already. Are you here to report a crime? Illegal parking? Looking for a fare, and there's our deli. Alright, get in. So previously I had even like this one passenger fare, and funny enough I actually did film it. Well, not film it, but I did manage to record the footage, and I will upload it soon enough. So there was actually a taxi fare. Well, the taxi driver, you know, the pedestrian model, like with this hat and the Hawaiian shirt. He was just standing on the curb of the road, on the sidewalk, and he requested a ride. And the funny thing is, I was, well, driving the taxi cab, and I was just really thinking like how things have turned around. Like the taxi driver this time around requires a taxi ride, and his destination was the beach. The funny thing is, I had this feeling like he's got enough. I mean, he's been driving us around in a taxi cab for all those years since 2002. Yeah. Giving us all sorts of rides, and now for last time around, he gave us the, well, we decided to give him a taxi ride. Oh, the marina. Okay. Anyway, I'll upload the video shortly, probably right after the live stream. So yeah, it's just the roles or the jobs have been switched out. Now of course, you can rack up pretty much a hefty amount of pretty good amount of money with well, doing those taxi cab missions. Especially very handy in the right of the beginning of the game, if you're well desperate for cash, for spending on weapons, or well, yeah, pretty much weapons. Let's be honest here. Well, maybe even properties, but who knows. But usually, weapons is the most thing that I spend my cash on. Ten in a row, bonuses of 1,000. Wait, is the same lady that is requesting a taxi ride? Oh, it's somebody else. Okay. But yeah, as of right now, I really don't really care about money. I mean, I've got pretty much the maximum. $1 short of having 1 billion. And now, some of you might ask, how am I having so much cash, so much money? Well, there's there's three ways of obtaining that much cash, and there is two methods that I know that are legitimate, and the third method requires a cheat code. So yeah. The first legit method is well, called Gone Crazy. Well, it's not a secret how that method works. I mean, you can just pretty much look at the internet, look it up, or maybe search in the YouTube. Pretty sure there will be like hundreds of the videos around that will show you the well, step-by-step walkthrough of how to perform the well, not really cheat, but method. Well, it's in the game, and it's kind of maybe like an exploit, but at the same time not really. Just a very good way of well, making money. And long story short, it basically requires you to go to, well, to collect all the checkpoints on inside a stallion on top of a parking lot. And you have to, well, drive very carefully past the cones without destroying any of those, or otherwise the side mission will be well, failed, and you have to start all over again. But the thing is, there's well, very simple method. Each time that you complete it, your reward will be doubled. So let's say that you've completed it once, you will get like $100 cash. If you complete it twice with less time on the timer, then you'll get $200. If you'll complete it 3 times with even faster time, then you'll get $400. Fourth time in a row, then you'll get $800, and then 1,600, and so on. You get the idea. And I don't think we're gonna be able to make it in time. 3 seconds left. Yeah, we failed. I got distracted. Anyway. Let's try this again. So yeah, that's the first method. Just doing the same Gone Crazy side activity mission over and over again. And eventually there's a trick, like you're getting, well, enough time. And all you have to do is just to wait for timer to run out, and you have to like enter the last checkpoint at the last possible second, so that you'll have enough time left. And the same thing goes for well, the dirt bike and the Landstalker. It's like an SUV. And the dirt bike, that's Sanchez, I do believe, yeah. In downtown area, so there's like this dirt track. So yeah, it's the exact same thing. It requires you to go, well, ride some laps around of, well, collecting checkpoints also. And if you want to go crazy, you can put like well, take your time and like go AFK, for example, for like 15 minutes, and that way you'll be able, well, pretty much just like in going crazy, double up your reward. But you will be able to do it even faster. I mean, this time around, you basically, from the first try that you complete the mission, it's completely up to you how long you want to wait. And before you know, well, it will probably take a very long time, but it's legitimately, and you'll be able to get, well, 1 billion in like few hours, if that much cash really matters to you. And the third method is pretty much, well, by using a cheat code that let's say blow up the cars. I think that's the one, yeah. So yeah, by blowing up all the cars, it will, well, by starting the... Oh, damn it. Come on, come on. No. Alright. We failed this one as well. Come on, Tommy, get out. Tommy. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, well, we were so lucky back there. I'm getting really distracted here. Let's see, how much have we got? How many do we actually need? 5? No, that's not it. Wait, hold on. Where's the statistic that I'm looking for? Passengers dropped off 64. That's the one. And like you can see, the highest vigilante mission level that I've completed is 450. Now, that's a pretty high level, and doing it legitimately will span you like, well, good few hours, I'd say, by doing it with the Rhino tank or maybe with the Hunter attack helicopter. You know, the one that has weapons on it and all. Rockets. So yeah, that's the third method that I actually did. And it's by doing the vigilante missions. So basically what I did, I just stored a police cruiser, just a police car, regular one. Although it can be done pretty much any vehicle that is, well, police vehicle. Or the, well, Vice City Police Department vehicle, even the FBI Rancher, or the CIA Cheetah, or the News Enforcer. It's whatever, as long as it's from the law authorities or the VCPD. So yeah, just store it inside your garage. Then you enter the cheat of blowing up all the vehicles, which is, if I do remember correctly, is on PlayStation 2, the R2, L2, R1, L1, then L2, R2, then square, triangle, circle, then once again triangle, and then L2 and L1. Well, that's the cheat that will explode all of the vehicles. Once that is done and you've well, eliminated all of the criminals, you just simply enter your, well, police vehicle once again, and that will resume the mission. Of course, it will get you all the way back to second level, and so on. And that is also a very fast method of acquiring so much cash. Pretty much the fastest one also, but not the, well, let's not say legitimate way, but hey, it requires cheat codes, or cheat code for this reason. I'm not saying that you should do it, but it's completely up to you. I mean, I have currently 2 save files. One of them is, well, this one, where I did use cheat codes. Another one is, well, a cheat-free, where I have, I think, approximately 870 or 890,000, something like that. But all of the cash is earned in a legitimate way. So yeah, basically for the third method you have to just keep repeating the blow up all cars cheat, entering the police cruiser or the law enforcement vehicle. Just do it over and over again until that you are satisfied with the amount of cash that you're getting. Well, I did it up to level 450, I do believe. Yeah. So anyway, I did it only up to 450 because after 448, I think, you'll be getting well over 1 million. No, 1 million? I mean 10 million. Yeah, 10 million each time that you complete a wave of criminals. Well, criminals that you take out. So yeah. I would actually say that is, well, consider it like a personal achievement. Just complete those waves until you get like, yeah, 10 million each time around as a reward. Come on, get in, lady, no time to lose. I think she's done running, but she wants to go to the marina all the way out in Ocean Beach, which is a pretty far distance. Well, running all the way over there will be most likely, well, it will take her a very long time, let's just put it that way. Okay, dodging the traffic a bit. Well, that didn't go according to plan. But yeah, with all of that cash, we're pretty much set for life. And I think the cash limit for, well, if you're taking into consideration every single Grand Theft Auto game, I think there's only 2 of them. Nah, I missed the exit. The, well, Liberty City stores and Vice City stores, that the maximum amount of cash that you can have is only $1 short of 100 million. So 999,999,999 for both Tony Cipriani of Liberty City Stories and Victor Pence from Vice City Stories. But yeah, I really wanted to know what was the maximum amount, well, the cash limit that you could have at once in Vice City Stories. Because Vice City is probably, well, one of the GTAs that I really didn't know what the maximum was. Because I'm pretty sure I never had more than 6 million. Either 6 or 5.5 million. And that was when I was playing back in the good old days, since 2002 up to like, let's say 2011, 2012, something like that. On well, I was playing on PlayStation 2 for a short bit, but then later on I was completely switched over to the PC, and then I was playing just there. Now of course when the mobile version got released, I'm pretty sure had only 1.5 million. Now on mobile you have no access to cheat codes. And on PlayStation 2 and PC there's, well, also no cheat code that gives you a significant amount of cash. For example, like in GTA San Andreas or Liberty City Stories. Well, in Liberty City Stories you've got a cash cheat that is just well, separately. But in San Andreas there's like this one cheat. It's called Hesuyam on PC. Well, that's a cheat that most GTA fans do know by heart from top of their head. And it gives you full body armor, full health, and $250,000 towards the bank account, or well, cash, 250,000 cash for Carl CJ Johnson. So yeah, it's basically 3 cheat codes in one. So yeah, by just spamming that cheat code 4 times, you'll already have 1 million. And that way you'll have, well, 999,999,999 dollars in no time. Well, there's actually in San Andreas a legit way of getting a ton of money, and that's by going to the off-track horse betting. Just basically once that you have got like, well, let's say 30,000, that's already enough. You just bet all the cash, and I repeat, all the cash on the one horse. Praise for your luck that the horse will win. If it does, good for you. You get all the cash, plus, well, you just go to your safe house, save for the progress, and you just bet all the cash on another horse or the same one, for example. And if it will win, you get to keep all the cash times the amount of, well, the bet was. If you lose, then you can just, well, load up your progress from the save file and repeat again until you get lucky. And that's pretty much it. That is also how I got the maximum amount of cash of almost 1 billion with a dollar short on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on mobile, but also on PC. Did pretty much the same thing. Although I do remember on PC using some cheat codes, and I also had some save files that had cheat codes on them, and others didn't have any. And for example, if you'll use a cheat code, it will show up in statistics that you've used the cheat code. And I do remember it very well in Grand Theft Auto 4. That will show in the statistics that you have used the cheat code or not. Now, it's a no-brainer that I've used the cheat code multiple times in Grand Theft Auto Vice City of this, well, on PS4, the PS2 port. But hey, what was I about to do? I mean, grind for over 50, well, not 50, but 500 hours. I mean, if I would had all the time in my, well, in the world, then I probably most likely will do that. Because I like Grand Theft Auto Vice City so much, but on the other hand, I still get to work, to sleep. Even though I'm a bit sleep deprived for the last couple of weeks because of the whole situation that was going on in the world. There are a lot of colleagues not showing up to work, and yeah, all the work is just simply coming down to me. But hey, somebody's gotta do it, right? Anyway, enough of that. Here we are. Fair completed. Now if you drive away from a fair, a new one will appear. So that way you'll always have somebody that needs to go places. And this gentleman here needs to go to the hospital in Vice Point. So yeah, apparently I've already failed the challenge of doing all the 50 taxi fares in a row in one taxi cab like I wanted to do right from the very beginning. but it's not a big deal. But yeah, for those of you that are wondering if I've completed Grand Theft Auto Vice City up to 100% completion stat earlier, yes I have. Not on PlayStation 2, well this will be technically the first time, but I did it multiple times on PC and one time in Grand Theft Auto Vice City on mobile device. So yeah, just on my phone. Okay, we've got only one star to deal with here, and the cops are really persisting. Well, hopefully if we'll drive just very carefully without disturbing any peace here, then we should be able to lose the cops. I mean, eventually they will just back off. And that's it. All right. Get in, lady in pink. Oh, ammunition. Well, she's up to no good. Well, eventually if you'll damage your taxi cab too much, or it will get, for example, like black smoke coming out of the engine, or you'll just do well, a crime spree or whatever, the cab fares, they might get scared and they will just get out of the taxi cab and they'll pretty much have to look for another one. Or if the taxi cab itself is damaged badly enough, then you'll have to repair it or respray it, so to say. Easy method is well, just use the paint spray for 100 bucks. And of course if you'll get out of the taxi cab for even 1 second, then you'll fail the well, mission. But it ain't the case for the vigilante missions, which basically gives you 1 minute time to get back well, in any law enforcement vehicles. Doesn't matter if it's another one or the same one. So yeah. Although I personally do prefer playing Grand Theft Auto games without using cheats. Now of course if I'm just messing around a bit or want to have fun or experiment some stuff with some stuff, then yeah, I do enter some cheat codes just for fun. Alright.
Stop the car.
Oh, what have we done? Oh, that's what reckless driving will get you into, I guess. Hold on. Oh, that is actually very strange. The criminal rating statistic is indeed rising. Like it was 999,964 64 points, yeah, and now it's 999,979 for some odd reason. So we're only 21 points short of getting the Godfather criminal stat. There's a bonus of 1,000 bucks. Yay. But yeah, Tommy's pretty much just set for life. Now you've got here a taxi freaking ass, well, with us in the taxi cab. And he wants to go to the Malibu Club. So let's just take this crazy bastard to where he wants to go. And right when we are done with that, we'll check our statistic of how many drops we still need to do. Getting late of the night. Another one that wants to go to the ammunition. Alright. Well, usually you do get, well, pretty much enough time to get from point A to point B, or from wherever you want to go. It's still the same. Okay. And everything does look fine. Oh, there's a paramedic. Hold on. I think we already skipped it. Just give me 1 minute and we'll be right back. There we go. Passengers dropped off 77. Alright, so only 33 more. Well, ammunition is sure getting very popular around this part. I do wonder why. But then again, it's Vice City. And you've got a pretty big arsenal. Well, Tommy has got a pretty big arsenal on himself of, I do believe, grenades, the revolver, or the .357 Python. Then also the stubby shotgun, or the pump action shotgun. I don't know what the thing is about the stubby shotgun, but it kinda represents the classic Vice City feeling. Although I do personally prefer the Spaz 12, being just the damage that it deals, fast fire rate. Then of course we've got the MP, the MP5, the standard M4 assault rifle as well, and the sniper rifle with the laser guidance. And I think also as well a rocket launcher and a katana. Now here's the thing about Grand Theft Auto Vice City and melee weapons. Vice City has got like really a ton of melee weapons. You've got hammers, my favorite screwdrivers. You've got katanas, you've got machete, chainsaw, you've got even a knife, meat cleaver, and a whole lot more. Golf clubs, for example. The cops have police batons on them, like nightsticks. So there's like really a lot of melee weapons in this game. If you would like to compare GTA Vice City to Grand Theft Auto 3, because Grand Theft Auto 3 had only like one class of weapons, but you could pretty much well, carry around every single weapon that you could find. There was no class restrictions. And for those of you that don't know, for example, what I mean with class restrictions is that you could, if there's like multiple handguns in the same category of handguns, then you can only carry one of each type. So let's just say if you have the AK-47, or like in this game the counterpart of, well, Kruger, and the M4, then you could only carry one of those. So at that point you should be making a choice. Either you want to keep the M4 or pick up the Kruger. So yeah. And here we are. Now of course in GTA 3 you could have the M4 as well as the AK-47 on you at the same time. That's also the first and last time that we've seen that it was possible until Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online, where it was possible to carry each weapon of each class at the exact same time. I do like the weapon wheel, and that it took the same weapon style over from Red Dead Redemption 1, that you could have on you all the weapons at the same time, and you had to just select which one do you want to use whenever, and just place which weapon that you needed in the, well, of the category in the weapon wheel. And we're already on 15. North Point Mall. Well, it's gonna take some time, but we've got 3 minutes to go, so yeah. We should be good. Alright, gonna take this exit here from the sandbox. There we go. Now, this shouldn't stop us.
I'll count to 10 before I tear your ass up.
I mean, as boring as the taxi missions are, they're also to a certain extent very peaceful. I mean, it's just driving around a bit. It kinda does indeed remind me of Crazy Taxi back in, well, this mini game on PC, although it was a full-fledged game, but up to today's standards, I think, well, it's pretty much just become a mini game. But yeah, here's the Crazy Taxi. You get the chance to drive around as crazy as you want, but you still need to complete the mission objective, so yeah. But yeah, like I said earlier, it's kinda peaceful way of completing the milestone, or just driving around, sightseeing. All of the landmarks, for example the North Point Mall. I do remember quite a lot of, well, I had quite a lot of memories back in the day. Probably one of the best of them was whenever, well, there is an option of changing clothing items in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And at one point, whenever I was like maybe 12 or 13 years old, maybe even younger, who knows. I do remember I equipped Tommy with only nightstick and like 36 rounds of the revolver, and that was it. And I equipped him also with the police uniform, and I was just kinda role-playing a bit. Just well, North Point Mall is a pretty big space, and there's always like those pedestrians running around that have like, well, sort of a bounty, or like I like to refer to them as thieves. For example, I was, oh great, well, we need to repair the vehicle. Well, luckily for us, we are close to paint spray. So yeah, like I was saying, I was kinda role-playing that I was a police officer, and I was, well, trying to stop all of them, if not most of the criminals that were, well, just running around. Sometimes I would just hit them in the back and they will fall down. The cop will beat them up, but I will receive the good citizen bonus of $50. Sometimes I would use the nightstick, but I never had to shoot my revolver actually. And for a good reason too, because if I would, then that would probably most likely attract a lot of unnecessary attention, even though I was, well, I was wearing the cop uniform. But yeah, it was just a fun memory that I just remembered from going to the North Point Mall. And I did it also for only like 2 to 3 hours maximum, until it kinda got bored. Well, I kinda got bored, and well, the whole situation kinda got boring. Anyway, but yeah, back in the day I played a ton of Vice City, and currently on this save I've got like maybe 37 hours clocked in. but mostly because of the Take the Cannoli trophy that requires you 1 million criminal rating points, which is pretty much insane. Whoever out there that was putting this PS2 port on PS4 thought that it was such a good idea to, well, implement the trophy for acquiring the highest possible criminal rating. You, good sir, or ma'am, I hope that you won't be able to get another chance to, well, to do another trophy list. Because let's be honest here, pretty much all of the other trophies are, well, very easy actually. I mean, in terms of time that they require to complete or a certain objective, I mean, some of the things were kinda annoying, but not that you had to grind for literally hours and hours on end. Actually, literally just got done with the Take the Cannoli challenge. Well, almost got enough points to complete it. Like, maybe 2 days ago, something like that. And I do remember for the past 2 weeks I was just grinding on an end to complete, well, to acquire those necessary criminal rating points. And I was just sitting in my chair, just entering the cheat codes to explode the helicopters. Oh, it was so boring. Probably have spent like maybe 5.5 hours or so just entering the cheat code, watching the screen if everything was doing well, if I was doing everything right, if everything was going right according to plan. But then eventually I just took out my phone and just played some music. I do even remember watching a movie like last week while I was just entering the cheat code.
Great.
Actually, I pretty much forgot most of the cheat codes on Grand Theft Auto Vice City on PC. But then again, I pretty much have never used cheat codes on Vice City. This is probably the first exception that I'm making, just for the sake of being done with it.
Hello, me, important.
Hello, you, Miss Importance, get in. To the beach? Alright, there we go. Fasten your seatbelt? Oh, who am I kidding? There are no seatbelts in Grand Theft Auto games. And hey, listen miss, whatever you're paying me, I'm not interested in your cash, because I'm multi-millionaire by now. Almost a billionaire. Would you ever consider that a multi-millionaire would drive you around in a taxi cab like that? Although I do like the design of 80s taxi cab. And there we go, that's number 20 in a row. For a good 2000 bonus. There we go. Alright. Get in, mister. No time to waste. To the police station. Why does he want to go to particularly that one? There's one right here. Anyway, I feel like we've talked about most of the topics that I wanted to discuss, but also at the same time I'm getting this feeling like I forgot to mention something very important. I don't know. Maybe some things will come up later on. But yeah, hopefully we'll be done with those taxi fares soon enough so that we can do something more fun, like starting a whole new rampage. because once that we are done with those taxi missions, we'll get our 100% completion stat, which will also give us a ton of rewards. Well, compared to Grand Theft Auto 3, you could only get the 100% completion stat and that's it. No extra bonuses, nothing else. But in Grand Theft Auto Vice City you will get, instead of 100 health, you will get 200. Body armor will be also boosted to 200% instead of 100, yeah. You'll pretty much also get a monetary bonus. Endless ammunition, so if you fire a bullet, it will automatically count up to the remaining bullets that you have on you. You will also get, let's think for a second, yeah, the white shirt, I think, yeah. And it's just basically a white shirt, white t-shirt, and it will say I completed Grand Theft Auto Vice City to 100% and all I did was get this lousy t-shirt or something like that. Oh, that was pretty bad. Running somebody over, right in front of a cop. So yeah, also you can recruit pretty much up to 3 bodyguards from the Vercetti estate, and each of the bodyguards will be at a cost of 2,000. They will be like sitting in the lounge room or in the bar room at the Vercetti estate or Ricardo Diaz mansion, and you can approach up to 3 of those bodyguards and recruit every single individual one of them for 2,000 each, so 6,000 in total. Well, we'll be doing that once that we've got our 100% completion stat, but also a very handy feature that once that you've completed Grand Theft Auto Vice City to 100%, you'll also get double the amount of damage that the vehicle can take. Well, only the ones that Tommy Vercetti is driving. Every single vehicle. That will be very useful. And I think that's it. Bonus 2.5k. Alright. Nah, we're not gonna pick anybody up. Right there. To the hospital. Looks like the Malibu Club, the hospital, and the ammunition. Well, ammunition together with the marina are, for now, the most popular destination locations. Another casualty on the road. Well, we're just still driving reckless as always. Well, I'm just hoping that the weather will get a bit better. I mean, it's Vice City after all. If I wanted to see this foggy, a bit rainy, very dark, weather forecast and or just weather in general, then I would just go to and play Grand Theft Auto 3, I guess. Although Vice City is supposed to be this very bright orange, red, yellowish tint, sunny city just in general. And here we are at the hospital. Well, judging by the way that I'm driving, every passenger will need a hospital visit. Just for their own, for their own safety. You know, just to check on up if they're still alive or not. I mean, we aren't taking their cash after all. Although we are getting, but we pretty much have maximum amount of cash right now.
Was that my fault?
That was indeed entirely your fault, by the way. Crazy pedestrians. Well, she wasn't actually a pedestrian, but another driver on the road. Asking, was that my fault? Yep, it completely was. Well, look at that. Traffic got increased. And the sun is shining again. Now that's the Vice City that I remember.
What are you doing?
And it's actually the exact Vice City that I do remember for playing the very first time on PlayStation 2. Because it was until a year later or so that it was released on PC before I made the switch. But before that I pretty much played it non-stop on PS2 right after GTA 3.
3 seconds left.
Actually I never even touched GTA 3 after Vice City came out on PS2. I played it quite a lot on PS2, but then once Vice City got released, I barely played it. I mean, there was no reason for me to go back. If Vice City was just a step forward, adding properties, more weapons, more customizations. Well, the map was a bit smaller, but hey, you've got also bikes, planes. Well, you've got one plane actually in Grand Theft Auto 3, the clipped wing dodo, but you've got the skimmer. You've got actually pretty much everything. You've got also the Maverick, the Hunter, the everything. Even the Sea Sparrow. Is the cop right there? Yeah, he is. Okay, buddy, get in. No time to waste. No time to explain. Get in the cab. You'll get the chance to say to your destination of where you want to go later on. But for now, let's just get out of here. Very persistent cops. This time around they just don't leave us alone. I mean, the star is still there. Should have been gone by now. And the police radio chatter is going on. Alright, well, we will lose them eventually. By the way, for completing all of the 100 passengers or dropping off 100 fares in a taxi cab, I don't actually remember what kind of reward you'll get, but I know in San Andreas taxis will have nitro, so I'm thinking, judging from the previous Grand Theft Auto games, for completing the taxi cab missions, either this one is gonna have bunny hops or... Actually I don't know, so we're gonna see. Either well, nitro or bunny hops. Like instead of using the horn of the vehicle, it will just jump in the air, like a lowrider with hydraulics. As much as hydraulics are cool and they kind of are funny to a certain extent and very useful as well if you want to dodge a vehicle or incoming a vehicle in traffic, and if you're driving full speed forward, you can jump just right over it. That's pretty useful. But I kind of do prefer that all the taxi cabs in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas will get the nitro building. Now nitro isn't a thing in GTA Vice City, unfortunately. So that just points out that it will be most likely the hydraulics. Alright, 1 minute left. And we're also gonna get a cool 3000 bonus. There we go. $50 left. We're gonna soon check how many taxi fares we need to still drop off to their destination. Ah, pizza restaurant. Alright. Alright, here we go. Wait, hold on, where's the statistic? Oh, 96. Alright, so we only need 4 more. And with this guy around, the one that we have in the back of our taxi cab, once we've dropped him off, we'll need to deliver only 3 more. So we're almost done. Finally, I can't believe it. After all this time, I mean, well, it didn't take me that long, but still, I'm just happy that I'm finally finished with it. Now, of course, I will be still playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City from time to time. Maybe not during a live stream, but just in my free time. Just because I like this game so much. But yeah, let me know if you would like to see another live stream of Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and we'll play it for sure. Oh, come on. Alright, here we are. Ammunition once again. Well, good thing is that to the point where we're driving to the ammunition, there's gonna be a paint spray very close by, so yeah, we might as well stop there and restore the well, our taxi cab to the full condition, because well, the engine is smoking a bit already because we took so much damage from my reckless driving skills. $50 left. Oh, come on. Every single time. You basically can't know if the vehicle is gonna turn left or right, or just drive forward. Right, 25 seconds left. There we go. Full speed forward. Almost. Got it.
I need a ride. Taxi!
Now these are actually very early instances of Grand Theft Auto games that had well, the taxi fare missions. Because for example, let's take Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. Well, their taxi fare missions were completely changed around a bit. Well, not completely changed around, but very much improved on. Just like in Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City was a huge improvement, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was a huge leap forward. I mean, it pretty much improved on almost everything the previous Grand Theft Auto games had. Well, Vice City Stories, let's just take the taxi cab mission for example. There were multiple varieties in terms of delivering the fares from point A to point B. For example, sometimes you had a regular taxi cab mission, like the one that we're doing currently, but sometimes they wanted you to just deliver them to one spot, and then you had to wait for them to return. So for example, I do remember there was like one lady that wanted me to go, well, to bring her to the North Point Mall, and my further instruction was to just sit back and wait in the car, in the taxi cab. So I did. And then a few seconds later she just jumped out of the mall, and well, she got back in the cab, and I had a wanted level. So apparently she just robbed one of those stores. So not only I had to lose the wanted level of maybe 2 or 3 police stars. Alright, done it all. Awesome. Limitless ammo and double health. Excellent. Now that we're finally done with that, alright. So the done it all trophy for achieving the 100% completion stat featured actually one of the artworks of Tommy Vercetti in the, well, in the foreground, and in the background there was just some palm trees in the pink background. Why couldn't they make it like purple? I mean, 80s isn't the well, pink isn't the color of 80s. I mean, purple is just as much. I mean, look at that. Well, it is pretty much pink, but purple is a beautiful color as well, you know?
Let's move it now.
Anyway, so now then for the rampage. Now that you've got boosted health up to 200, and also the body armor, and we also got unlimited ammunition, it's time for a rampage. Let's see. Wow, we only need to destroy one helicopter and we'll get the criminal rating from Don to Godfather, because Godfather requires you to get over 1 million, so 1 million and 1%. Well, not percent but points. 1 million and 1 point. So yeah, like I was earlier explaining about the taxi cabs, like, so in Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories there was like this one lady that wanted me to just sit back in the taxi cab, and she wanted to me, well, to pretty much stay at one spot until she was done. So whenever she got back out of the mall, she apparently has robbed one of the stores, and whenever she got back in the cab, I had to, well, not only drive her to a safe spot and, well, drop her off. Before I could even do that, I had to lose the wanted level. And I don't remember, it was either a 2-star wanted level or a 3-star. So yeah, and on certain occasions you'll get those fares, clients, customers, whatever, that want you just to slowly drive to certain points, or just basically drive around a bit until they're just like, they had enough of you driving them, so they'll just mark a waypoint for you. Well, not waypoint, but set a destination, and then you just have to drop them off there. And on certain occasions, customers or clients or the well,
Oh, pardon me, Sonny.
Ship this.
oh, look at all the
Yes,
cash
I
on this guy.
graduated from Scarford.
So on certain occasions, the cab fares, they will actually ask you to drive very fast or very slow. Like very slow if they have like a heart condition or something. Yeah, bunny hop. So I was exactly right about that. That's nice. Taxis, they can bunny hop. I mean, That's a pretty big height as well. And yeah, of course, just like in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, in Vice City Stories, you'll also get a timer. And there's also a bonus timer. So for example, if you'll deliver um, the taxi fare to one of the destinations that he or she wants to go, you'll get like a small bonus for delivering them fast. Anyway, also one thing, so yeah, about the timer, it will actually turn off for whenever that you're still looking for a fare. In Vice City, it's not the case. So if you'll drop somebody off, the timer will be still counting down, even though you're not delivering anybody from point A to point B. Even if you're looking for a fare, the timer will be still counting down. But in Vice City Stories, it's not the case. It will just disappear very quick and reappear once that the taxi fare has entered your cab. And this is probably one of my most favorite, safe houses in the whole game. Mainly because I used to do a lot of shootouts from those balconies. I mean, it's a nice looking villa here. Let's see what we have. Yeah. We'll go with the MP.
Your funeral, pal. Jerk.
So yeah, just because this is PS2, we can just auto aim. But yeah, also one thing, if you'll go up here and you'll jump on this rooftop here, there's a Kruger. You can also pick it up. But we currently have the M4, so yeah. If you'll pick up the Kruger, it will replace the M4. And right over there, hold on, if I can zoom in, there's a body armor. Right there. It's also handy if you're like having a major shootout here. It is very handy to just jump very quick down there, pick up the body armor and climb back up on this roof. And also the cops, they will be standing right at the fence there. The brick fence, or the concrete fence. They're just currently shooting everybody. And there's the helicopter. Right on time. So there's two of those balconies actually. So one is right here. You can just sit right here and just enjoy the craziness, the donuts that the cops are driving around, trying to stop us. But sometimes from time to time they will just stand right at the fence and do just nothing, waiting to get shot. Now they're just trying to ram the fence, the barrier, with no luck whatsoever. Four stars. Oh, that's a fast fire rate. I think we just destroyed one of the CIA cheetahs. Yeah, it's right there. On 5 stars we'll get FBI. So on 4 stars SWAT. And on 6 stars the military with tanks will show up. Of course the helicopters appear from 4 stars wanted level. No, 3 stars. Yeah, 3 stars. My bad. Of course, the very fast fire rate that we've got and the reload speed is because we've completed the firing range in ammunition downtown. And one other thing about the balconies here on this villa, you've got a second one with another view to the other street right here. So if you're kinda bored, you can just get on this side, snipe few people, sorry lady. How did that even miss? Already out of breath? Alright, let's get to 6-star wanted level, shall we? Well, that's 5. They're making it too easy for us. Just stranding their car in the concrete, well, the concrete wall here, in the fence. Officer, officer, you do realize that I am holding a rocket launcher. Right, now put away your gun, or I will shoot. I mean, look at them, just standing around waiting for me to surrender. Hello there. They don't even care. So anyway, let's take out the helicopter, the last one, and we'll be done with this game. We'll get our milestone finally, the platinum trophy number 60. The CIA still do appear. And there's the FBI rancher. The CIA guys, there's only 2 in the cheetah. They kinda do represent the crew of Miami Vice, and both of them have those mini Uzis, submachine guns. But the FBI guys from the well, that are driving this FBI ranch right there, they are building the same MP5, well, or MP. Its fire rate is a whole lot slower, but well, the bullets they kill very quick. It's the most powerful submachine gun in the whole Vice City. I mean, you can pretty much kill a pedestrian with only 3 to 4 bullets. Wait, where did the helicopter go? Hello? I still need to destroy the last helicopter. I think we just lost 1 point. But it doesn't matter. Oh, there it is. Come on, come on, come on. I'm just gonna fly around. There we go. Take the cannoli. And the Kingpin Platinum Trophy. Alright. Ah, finally. Now I can sit back, relax and enjoy. Man, this really took me so much time, so much of my free time. I mean, just take the cannoli. The whole game and the other trophies in general, I really did enjoy. Getting those, acquiring those. Well, that was not entirely my plan. So before that, oh, look at Tommy dodging all of those bullets. Let's save our progress. So like I said, I have 2 save files. This one right here has like no cheats on them, and this one right here has all the cheats that we've been using pretty much to, well, blow up all the vehicles, to acquire all of the well, the criminal rating stat. So we're gonna save this one right here. Finally, got the milestone of... Oh, that's a tank. That's a tank. And we ain't got no Molotov cocktails. But that's quite a service of bringing you the tank right over here to us. So thanks, I do appreciate that. Excuse me, you mind of taking the tank? I don't think they'll mind if we'll take the tank. So how about for some tank rampage? I mean, they were so kind to deliver one to us. Spike trips? I'm afraid they won't be able to do much on a tank like that. Also, yeah, about the tank, the classic same Grand Theft Auto 3 model, which also is featured in Liberty City stories and Vice City stories. Exact same tank. Only GTA San Andreas has another model. Pretty sure it's modeled after the M1 Abrams. Well, I'm not a military vehicle expert, so yeah, I don't exactly know which one, well, which model it exactly is, so yeah. Finally, after all this time. Actually, wait, hold on. Let's see. How much time did we spend playing the game? Let's see it in the statistics. 39 hours and 30 minutes. Well, almost good 40 hours. $1,080. 1,080, I mean 1,080 points currently. And counting. Well, I'm pretty sure the trophies did not appear for all of you, but I mean, I've seen the trophy images, but for some odd reason Sony does not allow the images, and it just pretty much just like the messages that appear on PlayStation Network. All of them are just, well, not blocked but censored, although it really doesn't matter, because players still can pretty much read out loud those messages, so yeah. And the trick on the tank still works. If you'll turn the cannon all the way backwards, you'll be able to see, well, not see, but increase the speed because of the kickback of the cannon. Now look at the speed that we're going. Oh wow. Yeah, that pretty much did a significant amount of damage to the tank, I mean, currently I'm not even pressing the button to give some gas. I'm just firing the cannon. We're just driving by the kickback of the tank. Now, tanks can be destroyed with two options. Actually three, but third one is completely up to the driver himself. The first one is Molotov cocktails, or pretty much everything by fire. And the second one is by flamethrower. Those are the two only, well, weapons in the game that deal fire damage. And the other one is collision damage, as a third option. If you'll bump into enough walls, then yeah, you'll pretty much destroy the tank yourself. Also, I think that the fire support from the helicopter, it can damage as well the tank. Like if you stop or just drive slow enough, the helicopter will open the fire from the M249 or well the light machine gun or the heavy MG, then yeah, you'll take some significant damage as well. And eventually the tank will get some well, smoke. I mean the tank's engine will get smoke. Actually, one other reward that I forgot for completing the game for 100%, it's also that it gives you the Hunter attack helicopter. I think, I'm not sure. It's other part of the, well, they're even in the alleyways. Cops are everywhere. We are stuck. It's already one police star. You can actually try to just get enough police stars to lose our 6-star wanted level that way. There's actually more than enough scattered around the city to, well, get rid of the 6-star wanted level as well. So yeah, we can try to do that. Of course, it will be very difficult inside a tank, because it is so slow. Yeah, one other reward for completing the game to 100% is also the Hunter, I do believe. And the Hunter, it either spawns close to the marina or the military base, Fort Baxter. Wow, that news enforcer truck really flew. Let's see, oh there it is. There it is. Now let's take this for a spin. Oh, we managed to hit the helicopter. Whoa. Oh, it's been a while. A lot of people are actually thinking that the first Hunter was added in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Well, not Vice City, but in San Andreas. Because in San Andreas it was mostly common for having it in the airfields. Vendel Meadows airfield. It was part of the, well, training, like flying lessons. Easy now. There we go. Picked up another wanted level star. The rockets are kind of strange, but hey, I'm not really seeing the explosions unless that I'll get too close to something. Same explosion as is in Grand Theft Auto 3. Okay, I don't see anything because of the trees here and the bushes. There we go. Now just two more. Yeah, it's the exact same explosion as in Grand Theft Auto 3. From firing the rocket launcher or the M72 Law in Grand Theft Auto 3's case, to the grenades as well. It's like you're not really firing a rocket launcher or throwing grenades that explode, but the explosion really looks like sun rays. I mean, look at that. I guess it was really revolutionary back in the day, but yeah. So yeah, we finally managed to lose the wanted level of 6 stars. There we go. Now the frame rate is really dropping whenever I'm spamming those rocket launchers. Well, the rockets. And there's our Vercetti estate. Right. So previously, whenever we were playing the main story missions, at a certain point I looked up and I realized that there is no rooftop at this staircase right here. It's just like really open air. So yeah, that pretty much confirmed it. Now let's pick up our special t-shirt. Frankie, there we go. Clean clothes. And it says, I completed Vice City and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. There we go. So that's the t-shirt that you get for completing Grand Theft Auto Vice City for 100%. And right here should be some bodyguards that you can recruit for 2000 each. There should be, well, they usually are sitting right here on the couches. Our 5000 that we can pick up each day, but it doesn't really matter because we've got more than enough. The rare that is only available during one mission, the Black Voodoo, and yeah, just regular Cuban Hermes. Oh, there they are. There's only 2 of them. Where's the third one? Oh, there he is. So we recruited this guy, this one as well for 2000.
Hey, stay back.
One tag along, and this guy as well. All of them are equipped with the micro SMGs. Well, not micro SMGs, but micro Uzis. And right here we've got the action heli, and I'm thinking you'll get this box as a prop, decoration prop, in your safe house for completing all of the top fun missions. There's only 3 of them. One requires you to fly around the airport, collect checkpoints. The other one to fly an airplane on top of, back of the parking mall in North Point of Vice City, North Point Mall. And the other one is at the beach of, First Island. Hold on, let me show you. It's somewhere right here. There's like a track that you have to drive around in an RC toy car. So yeah, pretty fun. Time to roll. So how about another police rampage? But this time around, only on foot. Not using tanks, the hunter, just playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City, doing a rampage like it should have been, like a real man plays it. Just running and gunning. But first, we need to pay the cops a visit. Now this isn't the ideal vehicle of course, but hey, as the first four-door vehicle that I've had in my vicinity, so I just took it. Hello cops, missed me? The stubby shotgun, it's so powerful from close range, it's ridiculous. This is probably by far the most powerful shotgun out there. Well, of all Grand Theft Auto Vice City. The range is of course terrible, but in close range it will pretty much kill everybody in one shot. And it also appeared, well, on I don't know how many of you had actually Grand Theft Auto Vice City on PlayStation 2, but if you do remember opening the manual, there's like this one postcard on front of the manual, and there's like Tommy Vercetti standing at night on the beach, just right outside of Ocean's View Hotel, and he is indeed holding this stubby shotgun. Or no, not stubby shotgun. Stubby shotgun was the name of this sound-off shotgun or pump shotgun in Grand Theft Auto Vice City stories. Or hold on, maybe it was stubby shotgun. I don't know, but anyway, he was holding the exact same shotgun in his right hand. Not with the two hands like he's standing right here, but just in his right hand. And it was also lowered. Like he wasn't aiming at anything, just walking his shotgun on well, on the beach. So I kind of got this iconic, well, iconic idea of carrying the shotgun around ever since. And it was also very well advertised for a good reason. So those guys from CIA kind of represent the iconic Miami Vice team. So yeah. Oh snap! I accidentally killed our guys. This is revenge. Right, maybe we should switch out to another weapon. Oh, they're dropping SWAT guys from the helicopter. Take him out, take them all out, spare nobody. Oh, FBI showed up. If you'll get close to them and they'll shoot at you with all four of them, with those submachine guns, then yeah, you'll die very fast. So yeah, keep that in mind. Oh, they're right behind us. Oh snap, I killed my guy. You will never get me alive, tax invaders. Well, it's obviously that they want my $1 billion. Alright. Now that our body armor is a bit down, we could go for a resupply. And I know just a place where you can get, well, a body armor very fast.
Make me do it!
Oh, the tank. Oh, snap. Oh, this is not good. Run, Tommy, run.
Badge wearing brute! Then quick, come on! What do you think?
Oh, they're right after us. Right behind us. Oh, the CIA are back. Thanks for the cash, I'll take it. Oh, the army man have appeared. Oh wow, we already at 6 stars. I didn't even realize that. I do remember back in the day whenever I was still in school. Like it wasn't college or high school, but I was probably maybe 8 or 9 years old. And like we had those like computer shops where you could well, internet cafes when you could like basically rent a computer for like 15 minutes for 20 cents. Well, in my country there was another currency, so yeah. Let's just say like 1 hour for maybe $5 or so. So yeah. So that was one of the ways that we used to play games back in the days. Like Doom, well, the very first one from 1993, right here. Also Counter-Strike. Back then it was either Counter-Strike Source, I think. Oh, that was way too close. So yeah, we also played Grand Theft Auto 3 and Grand Theft Auto Vice City. On those computers it was also installed Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2, but pretty much nobody played those anymore, since that Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City became available. Okay, we're almost there. This is good. Well, good thing that we've got unlimited sprinting speed. And the revolver on its own, it's just overpowered. Oh, that was actually quite a good teamwork. The truck ran me over and the tank exploded the truck that I was lying underneath it, so yeah. Anyway, we lost all of our weapons. Alright, so this has been a fun stream. So yeah, back then when I was once again playing Vice City on PC, before I got it for myself back at home, I was just playing in one of those internet cafes together with friends. And I do remember that it was like this kind of a bragging thing. Like for example, like during lunch breaks or so, our friends of ours or classmates was just talking like, yeah, you know, we were playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City yesterday in those internet cafes, and one of our friends got to 6-star wanted levels, and everybody was just, whoa, 6-star wanted levels, great dude, that's amazing, and everybody was just simply amazed. Like it was like a certain personal achievement. Just like this one right here is for me, getting the milestone of 60 platinum trophies for my personal account, so yeah. Alright, so I'm going to end this live stream right here. It's been very fun, and I really did enjoy it. I'm very glad it's finally over, the whole grinding session. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the live stream just as much as I did. And I hope that you're all staying safe out there, despite the situation currently going on in the world. But yeah, stay positive, spread the positivity with your friends, with your family. Hopefully it will pass us very soon, and hopefully everything, including the economy and the jobs, will turn back to normal. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow on Liberty After Work for some The Walking Dead season 3? Yeah, season 3, episode number 5. And with that said, this was finally done with Vice City, yeah. Anyway, take care.